Hey y'all, it's Indigo here, back with another episode of Grand Arena Championships. This is the first round of the last week of 3v3, and I'm up against a really tough opponent. You can see by his score, he's already gone. Put up a pretty good score for what I had down on defense, which I thought might trip him up, but he just wrecked it all. Like, one shot everything. And there is no way that I can one shot his defenses. Like, I already know that from the get go because I ran the bot comparison through Hotbot, and his mods just it makes me look like I don't even know what mods are. It's ridiculous. Like, everything is superior, and you can see down there in the bottom his DR team, but you see that Ray with Queel and IG-11 all relicked up and ready. I'll tell you right now that that team is a bitch. Like, it is ridiculous. So here's me trying to fight his DR team, and I looked at the speeds, and it turns out the team I wanted to use, which would have been JKL with Shakti and someone else, like maybe Hermit Yoda, I couldn't use because his DR was one speed faster than my Shakti, and so he would have gone first and all that. So the only way I could think of was to do JKR as the lead, but you can see that that didn't turn out. Like, they were able to kill JKR, and just my turn order was off, so I wasn't able to go straight after Bastila Fallen to get her out. Made basically no progress with this, and that was that. So, complete failure there. Tried to clean it up with gas. And as you saw by the score, I mean, one drop is it. Like, since he one-shot everything pretty efficiently, there's no way I can make up that difference. So after I drop that first battle, I'm just trying to clear what I can, get whatever points I can. Also try a couple things, like that Ray team with Queel and IG-11. I really wanted to try a crack at and see just how it worked. I had to actually go read their kits because I didn't know anything about them. I haven't messed with them. My own, I don't even know if I've activated them. Of course, I haven't started them up or anything. Tend not to wail on the marquee characters or these galactic challenge characters, I guess you would call them. Gonna farm them when they hit the stores, but man, they look like the next biggest thing for Ray teams anyway. They make them really tough in 3v3. You can see the footage here. I went in with just Kylo, Hermit Yoda, and Mon Mothma. I thought about trying to bring in something like Hux or Thrawn. I just didn't see it. Like, I didn't think they would last long enough. And with Hermit Yoda, you've at least got Master's Training, you've got Healing. The bad thing about these guys is you can't get off any crits. So not being able to crit them, plus the fact that Kylo is the only damage dealer, your ultimate charges super slowly. But the good thing, I guess, is that he can tank out the whirlwinds. Because that whirlwind that Rey did would have killed off Hux or Thrawn or whoever I had brought that wasn't Hermit Yoda or Mon Mothma. And so it can't be, I didn't want to chance that. She's already got her ultimate, so I'm just trying to heal up so that everybody lives. But the kits on these new scoundrels, man, they add burning and shock and everything. Like, it's ridiculous. You can see Mon Mothma is about to die. She's off in the red there. I'm trying to heal her up so that she can survive at least a little bit. I'm trying to stun IG-11 because he does just so much damage. It's ridiculous. And look, I just keep going, trying to power up my ultimate, because if I can't power up my ultimate by the time both of my side characters die, I'm going to be stuck. And it goes super, super slowly. I'm making no progress trying to take out either Queel or IG-11. And Rey's already in her next ultimate. So she's in her second ultimate. Right there, I lose both of the side characters. Kylo's in the red. So it's about to be game over. I went into ultimate just because that's a way to, buy me at least a little bit more time. That's all I could think to do. Do some AoE, try to power up a little bit, get as strong as I can. because I'm going to be stuck without ultimate. That was only a 2-turn ultimate right there. But look, Ray is in the red. So actually I do an AoE here and it killed her. And it killed IG-11. I've never been in a Ray match where I've killed Ray off before I've killed the 2 sides off. And there's Quill just tanking it out with damage immunity. And there we go. So 47 banners, but it was like a hard fought 47 banners, I think. I think that could easily have went the other way. And this is CLS with 3POC and C3PO. I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen this team. It's pretty popular. I've been putting it down. I actually have it on defense this round, which is why I don't have CLS as the lead here. I brought in Kara because I thought, well, if she gets guarded and she's a tank, maybe she can tank it out for a little bit, buy me some time. And so I was able to get rid of 3POC, make some good progress there. Maybe I should have gone after C3PO. You see, I got CLS down to the yellow, but since I couldn't kill him off there, then I got stuck. Then he started going after my Chewie. My Kara's doing her thing, but she's not super strong. And also, she does not have her Zeta. I don't have her done yet. I think she's Relic 4, so not the best. I mean, she's not very strong at all. And right there, once he killed Chewie, then that was it, because she loses the guard. Then it's just Han. He took him out. So that was unfortunate. I mean, that really sucked. I did have Hux since I didn't use him. So I figured to throw him in with a tank and then a damage dealer like OG Kylo. You know, at least he's got stuns to help control the board. And he can give a little bit of turn meter. So that can't be too bad. I'm trying to use the stuns to control CLS because he's such a heavy damage dealer. So that's what I'm doing. Keep throwing turns to Kylo. Let him do his AoEs, because he can do some decent damage too with those AoEs. And right here I got the stun, so I was thinking about that. Keep trying to put a stun on CLS so he doesn't do damage to me. And finally I'm making some progress. So it was a 2-shot. It wasn't pretty, but that is a way you can take it out, I guess. That's what I had to do. And then for this team, since I was able to kill off that Darkside Bastila, at least I can clean it up with bounty hunters. Darth Revan is a very hard team to take out in 3v3 with cheap counters. You know, you can't just throw a much cheaper team in there. You need all the supporting cast of that team to get it to work. And here, I would have liked to have had, you know, in 5v5, I used Mando for his Disintegrate, and that gets rid of Malik pretty easily, but you don't have room to bring him here. Here you got Bosk, you have to have his lead, and then Jango, of course, because he does just such heavy damage. You need that. And then Boba for the execute, that's always helpful. The ability block is really helpful because you want to block Malik from doing life drain if you can land it. But you also want to take advantage of the fact that they have the ferocity. The stacks 5 or 10 of those sometimes, along with all the other debuffs that they can get. And so Boba's execute could really come in handy here. And you do heal up enough so that if Malik does life drain you when he drains you, you know, you're not necessarily going to die. Sometimes it happens. It really depends on who he decides to focus on. You can see I've got him down into the yellow. It just takes time. You use Jango's rocket, and mine are Relic 7, so they are pretty sturdy. I wouldn't try this with a Relic 2 or 3 or anything. You had to be able to survive his constant turns and life drains and his hits because he'll heal right back up, and he heals pretty quickly. There's no way you can really land that healing immunity. I think Boba can do it when execute fails, but you don't get it very often. So I got him down to the red. Look at that. He healed right back up to the green. So that kind of sucks. You just got to keep going after him and hope that the hits line up in such a way that you're going to be able to take him out with a big hit right when he's low. So that's all I'm trying to do. And I'm concerned too if I'm going to run out of time or what. it seems like I'm not making much progress here. I don't want to get stuck on a lone Malik. He's kind of hard to clean up sometimes. But this team does have a decent amount of damage. So I'm trying to, make some headway here. And I flipped it on auto because I thought, let's see what the AI does. Maybe they can cycle through the moves faster. I can do enough damage. Just see what the computer can do. Got him down into the red with Django's rocket and finally was able to take him out. So at least I made progress on that. Got through to the back. And he honestly doesn't have too terrible of teams. Like just standard teams back here that like Finn with the Bros can be hard though without CLS. So we're going to have to end up using some different counters because I'm running out of good teams. So one plan is to use my Imp Troopers against his Mon Mothma team. And those can work fine, but if he's got a super fast Kara that will outspeed troopers, you can shut him down. And of course he does. I didn't check ahead of time, but there's nothing else I can do. I mean, I needed him to work. And you see that she just went first and tosses those grenades and they stun everybody, daze them all, and you're stuck. And then my Piet is in the red. He's a Relic 5. But I mean, dang, they just got tore up right at the beginning. But right here, once I get to going, thankfully they gain so much turn meter from the buffs and from the stacks that Piet gives out. So they can get going and heal back up. And they were able to take her out and then take out the other one. Actually ended up with 53 banners after that looked like it was going to go horribly wrong. So got rid of those guys. 1 down, 3 more to go back there. So he's got Asajj, Spirit, and then First Order Stormtrooper as the tank in that team. I'm not sure. I guess just an extra leftover. But I got Geos here, so they should take him out. No problem. And they did. Just got Stormtrooper left to take out. Trying to heal everybody back up, make my way around so I can get him taken out. It's not really about banners because there's, like I said, you guys saw so many fails. There's no chance of victory. I just need to clear as many teams as I can because it all adds up and I still need quite a bit of work to get to Kyber if I can hit that. I've had so many half-board clears this season that it's going to be a rough journey trying to finish out for Kyber. So I'm just trying to clear what I can. Here's a counter that I had to come up with because I didn't know what else I would use to clear these guys. So I've got Crew and First Order Executioner with Watt. And I use that to go against this Django team. He's got Django, Boba, and L3 there. And I'm just like, if I can get the techs out and get going, then I should be okay. So I was able to get the tank tech out. But you can see that Watt's ability blocked. So I'm not able to go around even when he gets a turn to put the other tech out. I just got to use his basic. And Executioner already is low on health. Thankfully, Watt's basic will cleanse somebody. So I was able to cleanse Executioner, heal him back up a little bit at least. Now I can get the weapons tech on him. And once I got that, then I can start trying to get back down to business. I want to get over there to Django and take him out with a hit from Executioner. That way he doesn't get his revive. So I've got Crew's 2-turn stun up. We'll stun Boba so he doesn't do anything. Got a hit in on Django and it just wasn't enough to kill him right there, unfortunately. So that was too bad. Thankfully, Executioner's back up, took out Django. As you can see, no revive there. So I feel like I'm starting to do pretty good. Working on taking out L3 since she's in the yellow. So try and get her out. Also got Boba over there. And I want him to die from Executioner as well so that he doesn't get revived. The less I can keep them from attacking me, the better. Because I don't want something going on where they end up killing one of my characters or making me lose and have to go in for cleanup because I'm going to run out of characters. I don't want to do that. Trying to clear out as much as I can here. So there we go. Executioner put in the work. Got that one done. Here's another one I had to scrape together. Maybe you guys can use it, maybe not. A lot of people use CLS, Han, and Chewie against this Finn team with the Resistance Hero Bros, Finn and Poe. Well, I didn't have that, so I went with Thrawn lead, and then Vader, and then Shore, because that's what I happen to have available. So Shore is just there as a punching bag, really. His job is to soak up a lot of the damage and heal up when he can. You can see Vader did a Culling blade and it took Resistance Hero Finn down into the red. It didn't end up killing him because he's not nearly as strong as he is when he has the Watt weapons tech on him. So you just gotta make adjustments. I've got Fracture. I wanted to use it somewhere else, but wasn't able to. I was stuck behind Finn's taunt, so I had to fracture him so I could get around it. And now the goal is just to take out Resistance Hero Finn. That way I can stop his Inspired and all the counterattacks. But look at Poe. Poe was powered up and unfortunately took out my Thrawn. Which, I mean, Thrawn adds a lot of good stuff. I need the Fracture and the ability to top off protection. And without Thrawn there, I don't have that. And so now I just got Shore as my punching bag while I try to build up dots and debuffs so that Vader can take enough turns to take these guys out. I've got Resistance Hero Poe in the yellow. So thankfully Finn lost taunt so I can go after Poe a little bit. That's what I'm trying to do. Go after him, and look, he got healed back up. I always forget that Finn can cleanse off the debuffs and then heal everybody back up, which is kind of annoying when you're trying to grind them down. So that's what I'm doing. I'm in Merciless, threw a Culling blade, was able to take out Poe finally. Now I just have to take out regular Finn, but gotta stack up enough dots. I mean, that's the next thing. You see the Culling blade just doesn't really do anything to him, and when he hits Vader, it hurts. So thankfully the tank that I chose for this, Shore, has a heal function. Heal and can put up crit immunity. That helps a little bit. And going Thrawn lead actually allowed me to cycle through and use that maneuver ability to get back to his turns faster, to get back to Force Crush and Culling Blade and the Merciless, and for Shore to get back through to his taunt and his heal. Because without that, I think I would have been stuck here. He's got just so much damage, and even though he's last man standing, he is so tanky with relics that it's hard to take down. So you can see not great banners there, but I was able to finally just grind it out, got rid of them. Now I'm up top, but I do not have enough stuff to take these guys out. Like, there's no way. So I can take out a couple of these teams. And so this is another counter that I've been using these past couple rounds. I kind of like it, but in this instance, you'll see where it's not really my favorite, and I wouldn't recommend it as kind of a go-to reliable counter. It can definitely work, and I've used it before successfully, but when they go after Daka, it's game over. You need Daka to be able to heal everybody up and keep them alive and do the revives. So that's what I'm trying to do. That's the goal here. I'm trying to focus after B2 and get him out. Once he's gone, it's a little bit easier to keep everybody alive. You just got to keep bringing everybody back. Sometimes you can gamble and leave one of them dead and try to get a couple of assists from the grave to help ramp up Daka's health. It's not easy, though. If they die at the wrong time, you're stuck. And right there, Daka was last man standing with Grievous. Thankfully, he was stunned, and she was able to bring everybody back. So, thankfully, got that done. But look, he went right after Daka there and stunned her. And that's something you never want to happen. Once she can't heal and can't move, she's extremely vulnerable. Thankfully, Spirit was up with the stun, and everything worked out. So it is very dicey, but it does work. Thankfully, it worked that time. Now I'm just going after his Bosk team, Bosk, Nest, and Dengar. I've got Treya, Sion, and Nihilus. I think that was probably the best team I had left to be able to go after this and, take somebody down. I knew once I started running low on teams, I'm like, I can't clear this. I don't think it's possible, but we'll see. I do have one thing after this to try for his Jedi Master Luke. I mean, I have my own, but his is so much better modded. I mean, super speed and everything, that there's just no way. Everybody knows if you go second, you're kind of screwed. There's nothing I can do about that. We'll get to that. So, Treya versus these guys, nothing really to say here. I just need to try and keep Nihilus alive because he's going to be doing all the work with Annihilate. I want to try to use my Isolate, and I had to use it on Bosk so that he wouldn't taunt. That allowed me to go ahead and annihilate Nest right there, at least, since she's the primary damage dealer. Get her out, and that way you don't have to worry about ramping up damage, because that's very annoying. Now I can focus on Bosk, try to get him out of there. Once I can kill him, then I can go after Dengar. Don't have to worry about the thermals, doing damage. They're focusing on Sion, which is the goal, because that's my tank right there. Got his held by hatred already. And just keep going. I mean, nothing special here. You guys know this counter does work. As long as you have equivalent relics. If you're going to bring a G12 team and all that against these guys, that's not going to work. And G12 in a relic world just doesn't cut it anymore. I went ahead and annihilated Dengar because that's much easier than grinding him down. Since he was available, might as well go ahead and take him out. And now I can just grind out Bosk the hard way. Try and take him out with damage. And I figured if that doesn't work, Annihilate will eventually come up and take him out. But I was able to just get him out with regular damage. So there we go. 51 banners there. Now, the fight that I wanted to show you guys, because it does not work. He's got super speed Jedi Master Luke. I think he was 560. Okay, mine's like 530. Because all my good speed mods are used elsewhere. He's got Kenobi and he's got Grandmaster Yoda in here. So I was thinking, I'm like, what can I do possibly? Is there any way I can survive long enough? And the only thing I could think of was to do Basti lead, and that was only because of the extra protection and tenacity that she provides. Because I knew then that he would resist the opening move, which Jedi Master Luke does, to take down turn meter and put up breach and the ability blocks, and you can resist all that, and then you can go. But even after that, it's like I couldn't do enough damage. If I would have had maybe Gas or my own Jedi Knight Luke, maybe I could have done enough damage. But without them here, Grandmaster Yoda, even powered up by Bastila, sharing buffs around, wasn't enough to be able to take out anybody on his. So I got stuck there, and then you can see that he got his ultimate off, and once he got that ultimate off, that was pretty much it. It's only a matter of time. About all I could do was grind down his protection, but even then, it doesn't matter. I thought, okay, if I can go after him and get down, get him down somehow, but by then Kenobi would be taunting and draw my focus off. So you can see eventually he just kind of picked me off, got rid of Bastila, going after Grandmaster Yoda, and he's pretty squishy. Even though I got all those buffs and everything, it just didn't help me to do enough damage. So threw it on auto because there was just no way. Like, he's doing way more damage than I am with the moves that he's got with the ultimate off. And I just couldn't do anything about it. So stuck there. And there's no real way, if you guys know enough from doing 3v3, there's no real way you can clean up a galactic legend once you're out of the appropriate characters. And I'm pretty much tapped the well dry here, so that's it. I mean, there's no point in throwing extra squads at his first order, because they're another squad that if you don't have the right characters, you're going to be stuck. They'll just heal back up. So not a great round for me. Props to my opponent. He did a good job taking out my stuff. And we'll try to regroup in the next round. Shout out to my buddy Mikayas. He runs a modding service. He'll go through, make sure you got the right squad compositions and the right mods on the right characters. Give your account a real nice tune-up. I'll put the link to his Discord in my description. Go ahead and check him out. Tell him Indigo sent you. Thanks for watching my video, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, share your comments down below, and hopefully you'll check out my other videos on my channel. Peace.